Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all your brothers out there pushing this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. I want to title this, What is the Mark of the Beast? Go into Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. I want to play this video for y'all.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all in chip. So I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip and it will log me in. And from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards.
Which have made cash pretty much obsolete in Sweden.
No cash.
At this tech fair, a chipping event for those on the cutting edge, merging their hands with this new technology.
I thought it would be fun, right?
The process is simple and swift. A pinch of the skin, and in a matter of seconds, the chip is inserted. The transformation is complete. As for the pain,
I barely felt it.
but even in this nation of early adopters, not everyone is racing to get chipped.
Feel less human. I will feel like a robot.
I think, it's so much more data can go into this, when it's in your body.
There's no central registry tracking how many people are chipped, but biohacker Hannes Wellblood estimates between 5 and 10,000.
In the future, do you think everyone is going to be chipped?
I think it'll be voluntary, but I am certainly convinced that millions of people will find it very, very valuable to have a smart device under their skin.
Human microchipping may be our future, but in Sweden, it's already reality. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, Stockholm.
Revelations 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. Now this mark is that chip you just saw in that video. That is a mark. Now let's get that word mark. Charagma, a stamp or imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Now this right here is wrong, Antichrist. There isn't going to be just one man that's the Antichrist. The government is going to be, United States, America, is going to try to put this mark on you. There isn't one man that you got to follow, that's going to take over the world and, be called the Antichrist. Let's get that. This is 1 John 2, chapter 2, and verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. They that went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out, that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, that ye know all things. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. Who is a liar but he that denieth Yahushai Hamashiach? He is Antichrist, that denieth the Father and the Son. So anybody who denies Yahushai, Yahweh or Yahushai, is an Antichrist. There isn't just one person that's the Antichrist. No, there's many Antichrists. There's a lot of people in this world right now who deny Yahushai, who deny Yahweh. And this is verse 23. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father. But he that acknowledgeth the Son hath the Father also. Okay. Go to see, because you need to accept Yahushai in order for to be with Yahweh, in order for Yahweh to be with you. So let's go to 2 Timothy's. 2 Timothy's chapter 2. 2 Timothy's chapter 2, verse 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that ye may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua HaMashiach with eternal glory. See, so salvation, you won't receive salvation unless you accept Yahushua. Unless you accept Yahushua, you won't receive salvation. Let's get John. John chapter 14. John chapter 14, verse 6. It says, And Yahushua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. That's the only way you're going to receive salvation is through Yahushua. Yahushua is, right now, is like a mediator between us and Yahweh. Alright, let's go back to Revelations 13. And 17. And that let me go back 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Alright. Let's go into to further prove that the mark of the beast is something that's going to be inserted under your skin. Right here.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi, stigma. Chi, Xi, Stigma.
All right. So high psi stigma. High psi stigma. Now this last word right here, this last number right here. Let's look it up on Google. What does this letter mean? What is Greek stigma? The name stigma is originally a common Greek noun meaning a mark, a dot, a puncture. See that? A puncture. So in that number 666, they have that word stigma in it, which means a puncture, a dot, a mark. All right, and that mark, it's like a slave branding. Back then they marked their slaves with some type of branding, the name of their slave owners or something like that. And even in the Bible it talks about it in Exodus 21. Let me go to it. Exodus 21:5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So this is the law of a Hebrew servant. If he doesn't want to leave his master, he loves his master, doesn't want to leave his family, then he would have to. That's if he comes in serving that man, and he comes in without a wife, but the master gives him a wife, and he has children. Well, that children and that wife is the master's, is not his. So if he wants to stay there, if he wants to stay with his children and his wife, then he'll have to, get an awl, which is like a mark, which is the same thing that they're gonna be putting in y'all jakes in the last days. And the last days are here. It's coming. It's happening real soon. And let me get Daniel 12. Daniel 12, verse 4. It says, But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the end, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So knowledge shall be increased. Back then, the awl was a mark that you had a mark that you put on yourself, or they put on you if you wanted to serve your master forever. But this time, knowledge has increased. So now they want to put that microchip in you. That microchip is now the advanced version of the awl, the futuristic version of the awl. Let me get this. More information on the microchip. It says this is some website, Silo. I'll put it in the description box so y'all brothers can look into it. But it says human microchip implantation. I'm not going to read all this. I'm just going to read the introduction right here. It says RFID technology had humble beginnings in World War II to identify Allied airplanes. From there, RFID technology was used to track nuclear material and animals. The technology took another jump and is currently used to track items through the supply chain. A RFID chip is a microchip that can transmit a static identifier or serial number for a short distance. Research is being done to help people medically with RFID technology. Microchips can help advance prosthetics use, help people hear better, or possibly even help paralyzed people move. So this right here is going to be a big thing with people who are disabled, people who don't have limbs, who can't hear, who are paralyzed, people who are disabled. People are going to want to take this because they're going to see better advantages to this. The technology is available and being used to implant people with microchips. Some issues arise with implanting people with microchips though. Issues include being able to track a person's previous and current locations. That's what they want. That's what these elite they want. They want to track your every move. They want to track where you've been, where you go, where you're at. Their purchasing habits, legal and privacy concerns, as well as hacking their personal and financial information. See, they're gonna be able to trace your purchasing habits. They're gonna be able to, it says as well as hacking, but on the microchip, it even says right here, you can be able to store your personal and financial information, which means buying or selling. So all that, you're gonna have that. Like I showed in the video, you're gonna be able to buy, open doors, just with no credit card, just with a wave of your hand. I want to show you another video.
So what the beeps you're hearing are real-time signals from the Neurolink in Gertrude's head. So this Neurolink connects to neurons that are in her snout. So whenever she snuffles around and touches something with her snout, that sends out neural spikes, which are detected here. All right, welcome to the Neurolink product demo. I'm really excited to show you what we've got. I think it's going to blow your mind. So I want to emphasize the purpose of Neurolink. Like, what's our goal? Our goal is to solve important spine and brain problems with a seamlessly implanted device. So you want to have a device that you can basically put in your head and feel and look totally normal, but it solves some important problem in your brain or spine. So going into the Neurolink architecture, what we've done over the past year is dramatically simplify the device. So we about a year ago, we had a device which had multiple parts, including a piece that had to sort of sit behind your ear, and it was complex, and you wouldn't still look totally normal. You'd have a thing behind your ear. So we've simplified this to simply something that is about the size of a large coin, and it goes in your skull, replaces a piece of skull, and the wires then connect within a few centimeters or about an inch away from the device. And this is sort of what it looks like. So, yeah. This is our little device. That thing at the bottom is just to hold the threads in place because they're just like little fine wires. I mean, frankly, to sort of simplify this, what we're, I mean, it's more complicated than this, but it's, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires. Our current prototype, version 0.9, has about 1,000 channels, so that's about 100 times better than the next best consumer device that's available. And it's a 23 millimeters by 8 millimeters. It actually fits quite nicely in your skull because your skull is about 10 millimeters thick. So it fits. It goes flush with your skull. It's invisible, and all you can see afterwards is that there's a tiny scar. And if it's under your hair, you can't see it at all. In fact, I could have a Neurolink right now, and you wouldn't know. Anyway, so it's also inductively charged. So it's charged in the same way that you charge a smartwatch or a phone. And so you can use it all day, charge it at night, and have full functionality. So you would really, it would be completely seamless, and yeah, no wires. In terms of getting a link, so that, you need to have the device, a great device, and you also need to have a great robot that puts in the electrodes and does the surgery. So you want the surgery to be as automated and as possible, and the only way you can achieve the level of precision that's needed is with an advanced robot. The link procedure, the installation of a link, done in under an hour. So you can basically go in the morning and leave the hospital in the afternoon. And it can be done without general anesthesia. So this is our surgical robot. And we actually ultimately want this robot to do essentially the entire surgery. So in everything from incision, removing the skull, inserting the electrodes, placing the device, and then closing things up and having you ready to leave. So we want to have a fully automated system. So this shows you at sort of close-up view, which I think is actually not too gruesome, of the electrodes being inserted in the brain. And if you look closely, you'll see that it's a little counterintuitive that if the electrodes are inserted very carefully, that there's no bleeding. And so if you have very tiny electrodes, and if they're inserted very carefully, so that the robot actually images the brain and makes sure to avoid any veins or arteries so that the electrodes can be inserted with no noticeable damage. So you will have no noticeable neural damage in inserting the link. So does it actually work? And what I'm excited to show you, I call it like the Three Little Pigs demo. And if our animal handlers, we're bringing out the pigs. And what we're going to show you is well, I'll walk right over and show you. So what we have in pen number 1 is Joyce, and she does not have an implant. Obviously healthy and happy. We're trying to get Gertrude out, and this is how you know it's a live demo. So here's Dorothy, and in the case of Dorothy, Dorothy used to have an implant, and then we removed the implant. So this is a very important thing to demonstrate is reversibility. So if you have a Neuralink and then you decide you don't want it, or you want to get an upgrade, and the Neuralink is removed, is it removed in such a way that you are still healthy and happy afterwards? And what Dorothy illustrates is that you can put in the Neuralink, remove it, and be healthy, happy, and indistinguishable from a normal pig. Oh, thanks, Dorothy. Here we go. Great. Okay. Great. Okay. This is a high-energy pig. All right. Gertrude, thanks for coming out. So what the beeps you're hearing are real-time signals from the Neuralink in Gertrude's head. So this Neuralink connects to neurons that are in her snout. So whenever she snuffles around and touches something with her snout, that sends out neural spikes, which are detected here. And so on the screen, you can see each of the spikes from the 1,024 electrodes. And then if she snuffles around, touches her snout in the ground, or you kind of feed her some food, pigs love food, then you can see the neurons will fire much more than when you're not touching the snout. And that's what's making the beeping sound. All right, cool. So as you can see, we have a healthy and happy pig, initially shy, but obviously high energy and you know, kind of loving life. And she's had the implant for 2 months. So this is a healthy and happy pig with an implant that is 2 months old and working well. Yeah. All right, cool. And then we actually have, I hope this works, so we said, well, what if we do 2 Neurolink implants? And we've been able to do dual Neurolink implants in, actually, I think 3 pigs at this point, and we have a couple of them here. And we've been able to show that you can actually have multiple Neuralinks implanted, and again, healthy and happy and indistinguishable from a normal pig. So it's possible to have multiple links in your head and have them all be sending out signals and be working well. All right, so we just showed you a demonstration of reading brain activity. And let's see, probably see that. As I was saying, each of those dots represents a neural spike. And the blue chart at the bottom is showing an accumulation of neural spikes in that region. So in terms of additional brain reading activity, when we have, say, one of our pigs on a treadmill, pig on a treadmill. It's a funny concept, really. And we take the readings from the neurons, and we try to predict the position of the joints. And so we say we have the predicted position of the joints, and then we measure the actual position of the joints. You can see that they're almost exactly aligned. So we're able, with a wireless neural implant, to actually predict the position of all of the limbs in the pig's body with very high accuracy. Now, in terms of writing to the brain or stimulating neurons, we also need precise control of the electric field in space and time. We need a wide range of current for different brain regions. Some regions require delicate stimulation, some require a lot of current, and you want obviously no harm to the brain over time. And the way part of the way we analyze the stimulating neurons is with a 2-photon microscopy. I always have trouble pronouncing that, microscopy. It's very impressive technology. You can actually literally see in real time how the neurons are firing. So the red sort of things are the neurons. The red sort of flashing things are the neurons firing, or I should say the electrodes firing. So the red things are electrodes firing, and then the green are the neuron bodies responding to the current from the electrode. And we're making good progress towards clinical studies. I'm excited to announce that we received a breakthrough device designation from the FDA in July, thanks to the hard work of the Neurolink team. So I want to be clear, we're working closely with the FDA, and we'll be extremely rigorous. In fact, we will significantly exceed the minimum FDA guidelines for safety. We will make this as safe as possible.
But what are some likely first applications?
So our first clinical trial is aimed at people with paraplegia or tetraplegia, so cervical spinal cord injury. We're going to enroll, we plan to enroll a small number of patients to make sure the device is safe and that it works in that case.
Yeah, so actually just to elaborate on that, if somebody is like a severe spinal cord injury, to the degree that they have very limited control even over their facial muscles. I think something that's very exciting as a long-term application is if you can sense what somebody's trying to do with their limbs, what they want to do with their limbs, then you can actually do a second implant that's at the base of the spine or wherever, just after wherever the spinal injury occurred, and you can create a neural shunt. So I think long-term, I'm confident that long-term it will be possible to restore somebody's full body motion.
Another question from Twitter, will you be able to save and replay memories in the future?
Yes, I think in the future you'll be able to save and replay memories. I mean, this is obviously sounding increasingly like a Black Mirror episode, but well, I guess they're pretty good at predicting. But yeah, essentially, if you have a whole brain interface, everything that's encoded in memory, you could upload. You could basically store your memories as a backup and restore the memories. And ultimately, you could potentially download them into a new body or into a robot body. The future is going to be weird.
One common theme that's been coming up a lot on these Twitter questions coming in is that of availability. And so Matthias has a specific question on this, which is any estimate of how much it will cost at launch and what price it will reduce to over time?
Well, I think at launch, it's probably going to be, I would say that's not really representative, because at first, I think it's going to be quite expensive, but that price will very rapidly drop. And I think over time, we want to get the cost obviously down as low as possible. But I think inclusive of the automated surgery, I think we want to get the price down to a few $1,000s, something like that. And I think that's possible. I think it should be possible to get it similar to LASIK, and then the device electronics itself, I think will not be very expensive, because it actually does use a lot of the parts that are made in extremely high volume in tens of millions of units for smartphones and smartwatches and wearables in general.
Let me also show you a video with Amazon. It's trying to push more like a precursor to the Mark of the Beast to get people adjusted to the idea of having to scan their hand.
This is Zoe. Just like you, she uses lots of different cards and IDs to get through her day. What if all Zoe needed was herself? Introducing Amazon One, a free service that lets you use your palm to quickly pay for things, gain access, earn rewards, and more. Let's say you're grabbing your favorite coffee beverage, or heading into the office, or checking out. Just hover your palm and you're on your way. It's as easy as that. Sign up is free and takes less than a minute. All you need is a credit card, your phone number, and your palm. That's it. Since your palm is unique and can't be lost or misplaced, you can get things done quickly and securely. And with more experiences on the way, Amazon One will help you get even more done, simply by being you. Now, Zoe has more time to do what she loves: indoor skydiving. Enter, identify, and pay with Amazon One.
Alright, see, they're making things convenient for y'all. Making things convenient for everybody. Making it seem like, well, you don't need to carry all these things around you, all these things in your pocket. You can just have your palm, just pay with that. But eventually they're gonna put that chip in you. On this one, on that Amazon One, they're not gonna be using the chip. At least not now. But eventually they're gonna get to that. Now, let me go to Revelations. Actually, let's go back to Revelations 13. I'll read this again. Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See, so there's already two marks right there: a chip on your head and a chip on your hand, either hand, left or right. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of its name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and the number is 666. Alright, let's go to Revelations chapter 7. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Okay. It says, And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now, this is talking about the 144,000, the part of the elect. It says, Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Nephthalim were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zabulon were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph were sealed 12,000, which is Ephraim. Of the tribe of Benjamin were sealed 12,000. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds, and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. So this great multitude, which no man can number, of all nations. This is not talking about everybody and all kinds of people around the world of other nations. No, this is talking about Israelites scattered throughout the whole world, throughout all these other nations. Because they're going to be speaking different tongues. They're going to be, all over the world. And these are the elect. They're going to be sealed. They're going to be taken up before the winds are released. Those winds is talking about the nuclear missiles. All this destruction that's going to happen. This is in 7 and 10. And cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. The Lamb is talking about Yahushua. Okay. Yeah, but these crackers are going to put this, they're going to try to put this mark on y'all. Right now they have power over the earth. They have the power over all the earth. Just like it says here on Job 9 and 24. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See, so he is the wicked. He's ruling the earth. He covered the faces of the judges. The judges meaning our people, and especially the Most High and Yahushua and the apostles. He covered their faces with their whitewashing of the icons. Let me get that. Look at this. This is how the pictures look like. These are how the pictures look like before they whitewashed them. See, this is their abomination. This is how they look like before they covered them up. I mean, there were too many pictures. They couldn't cover every single thing up. But yeah, anyway, they are the people who did this. They are the wicked. And we gotta come to the truth, come to the realizations that Yahushua is our Lord, and Yahweh is our power. Look at Luke 21:34. Luke 21. verse 34. It says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting, surfeiting, and drunkenness, and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. And that day is talking about, the hour of temptation. For as a snare shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So we gotta come to the truth. We gotta come back to Yahweh. We gotta come back to being the children of the Most High. Go to Zechariah 13 and 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part, well, right here, the 2/3 that it's talking about, that shall be cut off and die, is talking about 2/3 of our people. 2/3 of our people are gonna die terrible deaths, because they're gonna take this mark. They're gonna take this mark, and you see them. You try to tell them the truth, they won't accept it. They won't accept it. But 1/3 of our people will be taken up. It talks about it right here. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh is my power. You see? So 1/3 of Israel is going to come back to the true heritage, to realizing that their true power is Yahweh. Alright, let's get Revelations 3 and 10. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So we gotta hold fast this truth. We can't let go of this truth. We can't let it slip past our hands. Understand? The hour of temptation is just right around the corner. Jacob's trouble just right around the corner. You know? We can't be getting weak now. We gotta hold fast, which is right here. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So, the hour of temptation is drawing near. After that, we're going to be taken up. Those of us who are part of the elect, the hopeful elect. Right now, we're part of the hopeful elect, but eventually, at the end of times, we're going to find out who are the elect. So, stay strong. Keep pushing this truth. Until the next time, say Shalom.